Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to today's episode of the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you in-depth videos on your Green Bay Packers. We have new episodes dropping every day, Monday through Friday, so hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Don't forget to also visit our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles on your Green Bay Packers. Today, we discuss offensive lineman Sean Rhyan and whether the Packers should re-sign the potential unrestricted free agent or part ways with him if he gets a better offer. And look, this is one of many moves that Brian Gutekunst has to figure out during the offseason. The Packers will have cap space to work with. Yes, they have to restructure a few deals and probably release a couple of veterans who are not living up to their cap hits. But right now, Sean Rhyan scheduled to be an unrestricted free agent next month unless the Packers bring him back. And we'll take a look at some of the reasons why they should or should not re-sign Sean Rhyan. Why they should re-sign Rhyan? Well, he was a third-round pick by the Packers in 2022, had a slow start to his NFL career, only played one snap in one game as a rookie, ended his rookie season suspended for use of performance-enhancing drugs, but he took on a bigger role in his second year, was a starter by 2024 when he started all 17 games at right guard, although Jordan Morgan did rotate some series in with him early in the year before Morgan was lost with an injury for the rest of the season. In 2025, Rhyan started the season at right guard, but eventually lost that starting job, first to Morgan and then to Anthony Belton. But when Elton Jenkins suffered a season-ending injury, Rhyan took over as the team's starting center and held on to that position for the rest of the season. Rhyan played in all 17 games for the Packers, started a total of 11, and played 77% of the team's offensive snaps for the season. Rhyan, maybe his best attribute is his toughness and his combative attitude. He also has the versatility that the Packers like in their offensive linemen. He can play center, or he can play left or right guard. And let's face it, he spent 4 seasons in Matt LaFleur's offense and knows it quite well. Offensive lines do rely on chemistry and continuity, and with the likelihood that both Elton Jenkins and Rasheed Walker will not be back next year, maybe holding on to Rhyan for a little continuity at a reasonable price would make some sense. But here's another thing. Rhyan, a better run blocker than pass protector, and the Packers struggled at run blocking last year, so if you keep Rhyan around, maybe you have a better chance of upgrading that run blocking. Now, why should they maybe pass on Rhyan? Well, offensive line is a weak link system, which means the defense will take advantage of the weakest player in the unit and try to exploit the offense through that player. And Rhyan grades out as one of the weaker links on the offensive line, according to Pro Football Focus. His pass grade blocking grade was the lowest among qualified offensive linemen, according to PFF, although his run blocking grade was better. And the Packers do have some potentially cheaper alternatives. You've got Anthony Belton, who finished the season at right guard. He's still on his rookie contract, and Belton did have a lower grade at run blocking than Rhyan, but his pass blocking grade was slightly higher. And remember, Belton's only entering his second NFL season, so there is a lot of upside for the former second-round pick. And then you've got depth players like Jacob Monk and Travis Glover, who are set to be back in 2026. They haven't proven yet that they're ready for a big role on the offense, but if you're talking about depth, they are certainly cheaper alternatives than Rhyan as far as the Packers are concerned. The Packers could also add a free agent along the interior offensive line, trade for depth at that position, or add one or more interior offensive linemen in the draft. Now, yeah, there's a learning curve there, but it's not absurd to think that in a relatively short amount of time, these players could match or exceed the level of play that Rhyan has established. Now, what would it cost to bring back Rhyan? Well, you don't have to break the bank, and maybe that's why he's a candidate to be re-signed. Spottrack.com projects Ryan's contract as 3 years with an average cap hit of $6.5 million per year if he hits the free agent market. Now, if he's a starter, that's a very inexpensive deal. If he's a backup, it's a little expensive. So Brian Gutekunst must determine what value he places on Rhyan, how much Rhyan contributes to the continuity they want along the offensive line, and what the cost and skill set of potential alternatives would be. And another question I think that Gutekunst has to answer. Last year, the Packers tried to make the offensive line bigger and more physical. That's why you added Aaron Banks. That's why you moved Elton Jenkins to center and you drafted Belton. But the goal of that was to improve the run blocking. It backfired. The run blocking took a major step back. Yes, injuries were part of it, but injuries are always a part of football. So does Gutekunst want to stay the course and keep the offensive line bigger and more physical? Or does he want to go back to what was the way they blocked and the way they designed the O-line in 2024 and before? And then, how does Rhyan fit into whichever direction Gutekunst chooses to go in? The Packers may be interested in re-signing Rhyan to a new deal, but he's not a top priority. If he's unwilling to sign a team-friendly contract, the Packers will likely let him hit the market. If he fails to catch on with another team, Gutekunst may welcome him back at a reasonable price if Rhyan wishes to return. Let us know your thoughts about whether or not the Packers should bring back Sean Rhyan. Feel free to comment on our YouTube page and let us know what you think. Don't forget to visit our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles on the Packers. Meanwhile, here on YouTube, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. I'm Gil Martin. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. And, of course, go Pack Go.